They also released some stuff for the new classes for 1D&D. Yep, including the Rogue, the Ranger, and the Bard. Yes. Good thing. I figured you'd be happy because Bard.
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing except for the power outage.
What?
Yeah, games.
Did something. What happened now?
We've been dealing with running blackouts. The good news is that they're actually on a schedule, so basically, yes, exactly. So when you've got like half an hour, 15 minutes before time's up, you shut off everything that's not on a UPS and get ready. I thankfully have a battery-powered light and a UPS for the internet, but everything else goes off, which is less than ideal at pretty much any time of the day. Yeah. It could be that only your application or your voice microphone is muted on that. So unless you mute Discord as well, and that screen will come through.
Okay.
Again, if you can set up the screen such that Discord is muted while the screen's on, you'll probably be golden.
Okay, Kiba says that he can hear both Sherm and me, but not Yoel. It's bad. You don't want to repeat it that one time you did the green stuff.
Again, I think it might just be on the intro screen. I've noticed it's been like that for a while. Yeah, I mean, there should be a way during that specific screen to just mute Discord from the stream.
How's it, everybody, and welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikoto Nui, and welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. Joining with me today is temporarily Steve, and with me for a while is going to be Sherman.
She says temporarily because I cannot take the cringe. It breaks my brain.
Okay, it has been over a long while, and I think today it's another day of cringe fiction. We're finally getting back to that after it's been God knows how many years. I mean, not years. I mean, God knows how many weeks. I've been putting this thing off on and off for a while, and it's not really it's not really kind at all. You're wondering what the fuck this is. Now, for those who are not aware, Cringe Fiction is actually a little series of mine, if you will, where I actually read some fan fiction that is really painful to read, and well, I decided to go and read it out loud to you guys, and not just so we. Ow! What the fuck? Ow!
What?
Who bonked me? Ah, Kiba. Of course you would. Let's see. Wonder what kind of fan fiction is that? I might need to take a look at that in a moment. But let's see.
We do this to humble ourselves, to bring us back down to earth. Meanwhile, I choose to stay in space because that's where the laws of science apply.
All right, and our subject when it comes to cringe fiction is we were doing this crossover fan fiction that I wrote when I was like 15, 16 years old, and that's like almost 17. Oh god, that's like 15 years ago. I just realized oh man, oh that hurts. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna finally finish up Naruto meets Aang, the story that I wrote when I was much younger, and here's hoping that
Naive.
What?
And naive.
I thought back then I was pretty good, but today I'm gonna look back at this, and this is like one of my kind of deep levels of shame. But when it comes to, hey, at least let's all be thankful that when it comes to progress, we're happy that we're where we are today than what we are yesterday, and much older than that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go in and get out of here before you start. I wish you have a good stream, honey.
Okay.
And I hope things go well.
Okay. Love you, honey.
Love you too, Papa. Take care, okay?
I will. But yeah, yes, short views. Welcome back. It's we're back to cringe fiction again. Okay. I guess without further ado, we should finally wrap up I think if we're lucky, we could finally wrap up Naruto meets Aang, which is we're down to about 3.5 chapters left. To answer your question, the fic I sent, it's Phineas and Ferb Finding Nemo crossover I wrote a few years ago. Oh my god.
What cursed weebery is this?
Oh, Sarah! Hey! Welcome back! Well, we're gonna be doing Naruto meets Aang, and we are now gonna finally wrap things up. As painful Yep.
We're continuing the weebery.
Well, why not? Back then, we thought we were in the right, but as we get older and a little bit more wiser, we realize what is this that I wrote?
Well, I brought drinks.
Well, I think I'm gonna find my angry orchard by the time I'm done with this. I'm gonna need something strong after this. Alright. I think I might add that into the list of what to read out loud into Celestia Lundenberg. I guess without further ado, let's finally do Naruto meets Aang and finish this sucker up. Chapter 13, The Sand Shinobis. Hold on a second, I'm gonna need let me just have one bit of swig before we start.
You need a shot.
Okay. Should I read the flashback this, or...
We're in it for the whole thing, I think.
Okay.
I'm just here for moral support.
Previously on Naruto Meets Aang. Whenever someone is in danger or desperate to get help, they summon people from the Keystone. You may see me as a powerful earthbender, but I am not. I am just a shinobi from Suna who had a demon within me. Ever since from that day... Ow!
Cedric says for Snugglebug.
Ow!
Oh, I haven't even done anything yet. I already get bonked.
Oh, okay. That's for Sarah. Okay. Alright. Let's... Okay, that's a lot of stuff that's going on in the back.
Sorry.
Oh, hydrate. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Yes.
Okay, I got this. You may see me as a powerful earthbender, but I am not. I'm just a shinobi of Suna who had a demon within. Ever since from that day, I was rejected from my family. But from Dave, are you okay over there?
Yeah, sorry. I have to turn off the I have to turn off the alarm on the UPS.
Oh. Oh, right. Ever since from that day, I was rejected from my family. But from learning from Naruto, I know I can change. But my element is sand and not rock. You just got that wrong.
Oh, I have a question for both Gaara and Naruto. If I just because, show us on the doll where the demon spirit touched you.
No.
No.
It's been 2 days since the gang stayed in the Mizutsuna. In the outpost somewhere near the village, watchers stayed in their post while looking around through the telescope for any signs of the Fire Nation. Suddenly, one of the watchers spotted something through the telescope not far away. He saw some other guards of the village running towards it, but 2 of the guards are carrying 2 different people on their shoulders, and according to the watcher, they are both unconscious and badly beaten. Oh dear, he said in an upsetting tone. Then he wrote something down on a piece of parchment and rolled it up into a scroll. He placed the scroll in the case behind a hawk as it took off in the moment he finished placing it.
Rot as in wrought iron.
In the village hall, a loud shrieking sound came from the inside of the gang's quarters, while it grew a little louder after 2 seconds. Toph went outside of the quarters as she sat on the balcony wooden rails, lazily. Okay, he did it, didn't he? A voice asked at the same balcony where Toph is. Toph knew immediately that the voice belonged to Gaara, who was on the opposite side of the railings from her. Gulping down all of those fire peppers at one time? Yep, Toph replied. They both heard Lee screaming loud from the peppers he ate, as they also heard Sokka and Shikamaru's voices inside. They both sounded like they were trying to restrain Lee, but Sokka got hit and whimper the moment he hit the floor. Idiots. I agree. Say, where's Naruto and Aang? They're both meeting Reigo in the meeting room as from the vibrations. I see. Then he saw a messenger hawk flying in the village as it heads towards the hall. It continued to fly until it landed into the guard's wrist below. He took the scroll from the case and then went inside. What's wrong? Toph quizzically asked him. Nothing, he replied. Okay, sure, God, sure. Let's not ignore that, okay? And when our defenses grow short, our next plan is to evacuate the villagers through here and here. Reigo explained as he pinpoints some spots of the map on the table. What's that over there? Aang asked as he points a small square shape on the forest section, not far from the village. Oh, that is a shrine of our village, Reigo replied. This village has a shrine? Naruto asked. Of course. We pray from that shrine for special occasions, but that shrine is a sacred place. Some say that Avatar Roku used that shrine to enter into the spirit world. Oh, that was Kincho said. Kincho said as it amazed both Naruto and Aang. Dear leader, the guard said as he interrupted the meeting by barging through the doors. A message from the outpost. It's urgent. He gave the scroll to Reigo as he opened it up and read it. What's going on? Naruto asked. It looks like the guards outside of the village found 2 people in the forest, but they are badly hurt and they are unconscious. I believe that they will be here in a minute. Reigo explained. That's terrible! Aang jumped out from his cushion. Naruto, I want you to get Katara and Sakura and bring them outside. I'll go and find the guards who have those 2 people so I can lead them here. I got it, he said as he took off. Then Aang ran towards the door and grabbed his staff. Later outside of the village, okay. BB, okay? Okay, sure, cat. Later outside of the village hall, the guards and Aang brought the 2 people to the building. They stopped and laid them down to the gray pavement of the village hall, so Katara and Sakura will heal them. But Sakura backed up a little bit when the moment she saw them. Her face has changed when she realized who those people truly are. No, she trailed off. Then Shikamaru came along to see what's going on, but when he saw the bodies, he went behind Sakura as if he was scared. Later, after they brought the 2 people inside, Naruto, Aang, and Katara and Sakura were walking down the hall and returning to their quarters. I can't believe that it's them, but how did they get it? But how did they have themselves hurt? Oh my god, what is this writing?
No clue, but I do have a good observation here. Your writing for chapter 13 here is much better than chapter 5.
What makes it? You really think it's a lot better compared to chapter 5?
Comparatively, yes. It's not fantastic still, but it's still comparatively better.
I think they've released this. Compared to those 2 chapters, one's released back in 2006. This one's released probably 2008. Yeah.
So yeah, you had a lot more practice.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, baby steps.
I'm a big buff baby and I'm gonna punch you behind. That's your time, I love it.
Okay, let's see. I can't believe that it's them. But how on earth did they get themselves hurt? Naruto wondered. I don't know. But what Katara and I did to their injuries, they'll be fine later on, Sakura said. But I wondered, are those guys also ninjas? Aang asked while Naruto and Sakura replied with a nod. I see. Then why did those guys... There's some ninjas that belong in different villages. And in every different villages they have different... what? Why would you brand me, Cedric? What did I do wrong? What did I...
Bruh.
Bruh.
Let's see. Where was I? Okay. There are some ninjas that belong in different villages, and in every different village they have different symbols. Sakura explained while she interrupted Katara. But the biggest problem is, what shall I tell him? Naruto wondered. Tell who? A voice asked him that makes the others to stop walking. All the 4 saw was Gaara along with Toph, and those in front, and those are right in front of them. I'm waiting. Oh, Stretch. Oh, okay, sure. Okay.
Yes.
Let me just. Okay, I kind of needed that a little bit, just a little bit. Oh boy.
I figured. Let's see. I will stretch too. And then my entire spine just said, thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Now you're making this contagious.
There's actually an explanation for that as well for yawning. So contagious yawning and contagious stretching, a long, long time ago in our ancient past, doing both would be preparations towards survival. So anytime you saw your fellow doing so, it would prompt you to do the same.
Huh.
Unless, of course, you're autistic, then you do neither.
I call bullshit.
No, really. As an autist myself, I am immune to contagious yawning and contagious stretching. It pisses off my coworker. Because I yawn, she yawns, nothing happens to me. And she's just like, God damn it!
It does seem to affect me though, and I am on the spectrum as well.
Ah, interesting.
Alright, let me try to see if
Anyway.
well, let's, well, it's about what we found, it's about what that we found 2 people that are hurt. And we brought them here to the health clinic inside. And they are badly hurt. Aang answered for Naruto. And one thing is, those guys we found are ninjas like you guys, Katara said. I thought the ninjas that pop up here are you guys, including Lee. Are the ninjas from your village? Toph asked. No. The thing is... Aang trailed off, but Gaara and Toph needed an answer. The thing is, they belong from your village, Gaara, Sakura said. At this reaction, Gaara's eyes grew a little wide as half a second passed. He ran off from the side where Aang and Naruto and Sakura and Katara are. Then the 5 followed the sand ninjas through the halls. They try to keep up with him, but he is getting faster, and it's getting difficult for them to reach. What did you guys say to him? Toph asked. I said that those ninjas that we found belong to Gaara's village. But what's so special about these 2 to him? Aang quizzically asked. Well, you'll see, Naruto replied. If I'll ever see. Moments pass as they reach the health clinic. They stop as they try to catch their breath from running. After that, they saw Gaara looking at the 2 people in the separate beds. One of them has dark brown hair, while the other one has blonde hair. Toph could tell that the 2 are asleep. They'll be okay. You can trust us, Naruto said. Who are those guys? Katara asked. Those guys are my brother and sister, Gaara replied with his head turned to them. Aang and Katara and Toph were shocked when they heard that, while Naruto and Sakura's heads went down. He has a brother and sister? Sokka said out loud. Of course he does. But keep it down, he might hear you, Neji said. But one thing is, how on earth did they get here? Did they ever get here? We're the only ones that have the keystone, and we never summoned them here. Kiba wondered as Akamara barked with agreement. We're not sure, but Gaara is still in the clinic just in case if they woke up, Lee said as he looked at his right. But what's wrong with Shikamaru? I don't know, but Lazy Butt has been like that since we got here. Well, someone's gotta approach to him to see if he's okay, Katara suggested. I'll do it. I'll go see what's eating him, Neji said as he approached Shikamaru, who was curled up into a corner of the room. She's gonna find out as long as she doesn't wake up and figure it out yet, everything will be fine, Shikamaru muttered. Shikamaru, why are you acting like that? Neji calmly asked him. Read it. He said to Neji while he gave him a small piece of paper that is from his pocket. Gaara gave it to me on the first day when we came to the Avatar world. And cue a little bit of a flashback. Back in the camp of the first day, when the gang is in the Avatar world, Shikamaru was resting on the tree while looking up at the clouds. Then Gaara approached to him as Shikamaru stopped looking up. You got something to do with me? He asked Gaara. Yes. Then he took a note from his pocket and gave it to Shikamaru. It belongs to my sister. You better read it. He then walked away so he could join with the others. I hope it's not one of those love notes. How troublesome. He thought as he began to read the note inside. Shikamaru, Gaara is going to join with you in your mission along with the other ninjas you're with. Make sure he doesn't get hurt, but if he does, know this. Oh my fucking Christ. Oh.
Is that what it says? Oh my fucking Christ.
No, I remember what the fuck I wrote here. I don't want to finish it. This is top tier cringe.
Oh, let's see. Where's the note? I'll read it.
No. Oh god, no.
Shikamaru, Gaara is going to join with you in your mission along with the other ninjas you're with. Make sure he doesn't get hurt, but if he does, know this. If I heard that he got more than one little scratch, I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish. Well, this is all I can say for now, Temari. Yes, when I said I'll hunt you, I mean it.
Yes, Mickey thought that was be funny. Past 15, now probably 17-year-old me thought it'd be a good idea to use that quote from the Cringe Stole Christmas. I thought it'll be funny, but it's so stupid when you put it in paper. Jesus Christ.
And today is how we learn how high Miki's voice can go.
Oh my.
You will never find these people like this anywhere else you go.
Hey there, Retro Fox. You just joined with me. I should have gotten myself a bottle of Modelo right next to me just for this occasion. I'll be fine. Man, now look at your writing. Yeah, you can definitely. No, I like Rachel Fox. You write some amazing character backstory. You're damn right. I did better when it comes to my current writing now, in terms of backstory writing. But writing fanfiction, writing an actual story on itself is a whole different league. Ah! Okay, I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna drink my Dr. Pepper here, what's left of it, and just pretend that it's alcohol. Okay. Mikata, if it makes you feel any better, Mike and I used to write Yu-Gi-Oh! MLP fanfics. Okay, you know, that's okay. That kind of makes me a little bit better. Yet at the same time, I'm kind of curious how that went.
That they would verbally roleplay it out.
Okay.
To which good old Kiva there, Cedric, got caught by his siblings saying, "Don't go to school tomorrow."
Okay. Let's continue. Shikamaru made a slight gulp in his throat. Neji read the last part of the note to Sakakiba, Lee, Toph, and Katara as they gather around the lantern to the middle of the room. What? Wow, Temari sounds serious in the note, Kiba said as Akamaru... What? Okay, sure. What did I do? Yes, do you need something? Do you want to say something?
What?
Yeah, that's what... I mean, somebody redeemed the hey listen sound.
Well, did you see what happened after it?
Oh, I see it now.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Temari sounds serious in the note. Kiba said as Akamaru cuddled in his jacket. Who's Temari? Katara asked. She's the older sister of Gaara and Kankuro, and Kankuro is the younger brother of Temari, and an older brother of Gaara. Why can't I just write down that she's the older sister of Gaara and Kankuro is the middle child? What the fuck? That's me! That's me! How much pay do you have to give me?
Past you thought this was cool.
Yeah, that's true. I should have... Okay. Yikes. Do you think she'll ever find out? Shikamaru asked them from the corner. Relax. After what Sakura and Katara did, they'll be fine. Unless they're awake. Sokka asked said sarcastically. You're not helping! Helping what? They were a little shocked at first when they heard the voice, but they knew it came from the door that was still open. They turned to their heads and saw Temari lounging against the door alongside with Kankuro beside her. They both looked okay, and both of them are wearing their clothes. Temari, Kankuro, Neji said as they said their names, and it gave Shikamaru a flinch. But somehow, Akamaru made a small growl that somehow caught Kiba and Top's attention. The others didn't notice at all. All they know is that...
It was in the book!
Let's see. Where did I... Oh, where... The
Kiba and Top's attention.
The others didn't notice at all. All they know is that Kankuro and Temari are alright. I see you guys are alright, Lee said. Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, we would have been seriously hurt or dead. Kankuro said. Well, it wasn't just that it wasn't just us that did the credit. There's someone else there's someone else that you would thank. Wait, we would love to. No, wait, who the fuck said that? Was that Lee? I think maybe it's still Kankuro. I may have to redo that fight. Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, we would have been seriously hurt or be dead. It wasn't just us that did the credit. There's someone else that you would thank. We would love to meet the person. Well, not the person, but some people. My name is Sokka, and this is Katara. She's my younger sister. And this is Toph. She's blind, but she's a good fighter. Sokka introduced himself, Katara, and Toph to the two sand nymphs.
Well, no shit, past you.
Oh, hey, Temari, when did you woke up? Shikamaru said in a panicked tone. About a while ago. Wait, since you two are here, where are the others? Sokka asked them. They're still back there. We just came here so we can see what's going on here, Kankuro said. Then suddenly, Toph's toes made a small fidget ever since Kankuro stopped talking. We're about to go back. We'll see you guys later, Temari said the moment she turned her back. Now hold on. I want to come along too. I want to know what is taking them so long to come here, Katara said as she got out of her cushion pillow. I guess it's best for you to stay here. Kankuro disagreed. I also agree with my sister. Unless you guys are hiding something, Sokka said. Well, we're the older brother and sister of Gaara. Would we ever lie to you? Temari scoffed as she walked away as Kankuro joined her. I guess that they're here. Temari, I guess they are. Temari never goes off like that, Shikamaru said. I agree. Even Akamaru is acting weird when they came here. Kiba agreed as he stroked Akamaru on the head. It's very conspicuous that these guys aren't themselves. Especially when you follow. Right. Everyone in the room agreed. Do you think those guys will be okay? It's been 3 hours. Leaving them alone will. It's been 3 hours, and leaving them alone will leave them vulnerable. What the fuck did I? Okay, I'm gonna have to wing it with this fixed. Do you think those guys will be okay? Aang wondered. It's been 3 hours, and I don't like leaving them alone. It makes them vulnerable. Since when did you care about my older siblings? Gaara asked. They're not your older siblings. I know that, but it's my duty to stop the Fire Lord. But it's my duty not only to stop the Fire Lord, but to protect other people. After all, they are your family, are they? Hearing this, Naruto asked Gaara. Hearing this, Gaara stayed a little silent for a while, until he said, "Yeah, something like that." Do you think the others will? Do you think the others will think of a lot of questions ever since they came here mysteriously? Sakura wondered. Hey, you know them. The four kids heard the voice quickly as they used their ears to follow the sound. After that, they saw the voice came from Temari, as she is right beside a wooden pillar that supports the ceiling. Right beside her is Kankuro, and they look like. Right beside her is Kankuro, and they look like the same when they met the other 7 children. Temari, Kankuro, Gaara said their names. Those are the names of your siblings? Aang asked him as they replied with a nod. Let's see. What's in the face? Aren't you happy to see us? Oh, wait a minute. But, Temari said. But wait, aren't you guys in the clinic? Sakura asked them. We're ninjas. We're full of surprises. And full of lies!
Am ninja, am surprise. Do the sneaky.
What is this, a crossover episode?
Well, this has become the most interesting crossover event yet. I think you can kind of say that, except it's filled with... It's a landmine of cringe, Retro Fox.
Landmine of cringe.
Do you do Gravity Fall? I haven't even watched the series, though. I mean, I only basically watched one episode from the series, and that's like Susan the Real Girl, but I have never seen the full series in proper. I really should. Okay.
Hello.
Alright, where was I?
It is the Mortis.
Oh, hey Morris. Okay. We're just in the middle of reading, and trying to survive as I go. Okay. Okay, where was I? Yes?
I got some good news.
Okay.
What's the news?
I got Muse Trigger to voice Mr. Morris again.
Oh,
$20
that's good.
for this one thing. Yep. And it's gonna be posted tomorrow. All things go according to plan.
Good. That's good for you. I'm happy for you, man. Alright, where was I? Okay. And full of lies! Top's voice was called as waves of rock crumbled towards them. Temari and Kankuro dodged the attack before they got hit. Aang, Naruto, Sakura, and Gaara were shocked when they saw this, as Toph and the others appeared. Toph, what are you doing? Gaara shouted to her. Let's see. She's doing the right thing, Gaara. Those guys aren't Temari and Kankuro. They're Aira and Zahi. Akamaru and I can tell from the scent, Kiba told him. And some of Zahi's vibrations from last time never changed, Toph said as Kiba then faces the Temari and Kankuro, and Toph said after Kiba, Then the faces of Temeri and Kankuro began to have grins that graced their masked faces. I knew you brats would figure it was us. As long as you have that Blindy and Muddy Boy, you guys are a pain in the ass. Temeri's voice changed into Aira's voice. You guys were right, Naruto said. What are you two doing here? Neji asked them when he is on his fighting pose. Do we have to bore you out? Shugo ordered us to find our playmate and bring him to us in this village, Zahi said in Kankuro's voice. Who is Shugo looking for? And what's so special about him or her? Naruto said.
Why did you have to call him playmate? That's creepy.
Naruto said after Aang. That is one thing we will never spell out. I'm his most loyal ninja, and I will never betray him. Aira replied. Then suddenly, Zahi in Kankuro's form fell on his knees, his left hand clutches at his chest. Seeing this, the gang was confused, but Sakura and Toph knew what's wrong. Oh no, it's at it again. Any longer and Zahi will be in more pain than before. Aira thought. Now's our chance! Yeah! Then Naruto and Aang dashed forward to the imposters as Aira began to panic. Then Zahi stood up and immediately did a few bending moves. Suddenly, shadows were gathered around as it covered up Zahi and Aira. After a few moments, the shadows disperses, and they are gone.
Dun dun dun.
Naruto and Aang stopped as Momo flew over to the spot where Zahi disappeared. Is everything going good over there, Morris? I mean, who's making a lot of background noises?
You're just.
Well, I've been muted for most of this time, but I was going to say while we're stopped for a second, I've been forgotten about referring to airbending, etc. in Avatar. So when you first said bending, because I got the wrong impression very quickly.
Huh. Let me see. Let me look at chat. Blasphemy one day. I will bring the most epic crossover event of all. Fortnite. Choose your poison. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should, Retro Fox. Okay, let me see. Alright, where was I? Naruto and Aang stopped as Momo flew over the spot where Zahi disappeared. Did you saw what Zahi did? Lee asked to the others. Yeah, he just bended shadows. A shadow bender, Toph said.
Edgy.
It looks like I have no Oh, Danny Lockhart, hey, welcome back. Welcome back into the inn.
Sup, Chucklefuck?
Let's see. A shadow bender, Toph said. Looks like I have no choice but to ask him. Aang said. Him? Naruto said as Aang stayed silent until he said, I'm gonna ask Avatar Roku. It was a late evening in the village. Rega closed the door to the meeting room with Kincho was with him. They walked towards the end of the room as Rego opened to the curtains and revealed that there was a cabinet. He is trying to open a secret cabinet that is hidden to the wall of the room and beyond the big cushion where he sits. He took out a key from his sleeve and he starts opening the cabinet. Rego, is it right to open this one again? You remember what happened last time? You remember? Oh my god, I need a fucking swig of water for this. Holy shit. Okay. Reigo, is it right for... Is... Okay, alright. Reigo, is it alright to open this one again? You remember what happened a long time ago when you used it? Kincho asks as Reigo is opening the cabinet with the key. I know, but after hearing that conversation from the children, there can only be one answer for it. I have to see if it's still here, Reigo said. Then Then there was a clicking sound as he turned to the last time. He opened the cabinet as it was revealed that there was nothing inside. But Reigo was shocked when he stepped away a little. No, it's gone. He trailed off. Then his head was down as Kincho comforted him. End of chapter 13.
Well, okay then.
How's everyone with that? How's everyone after that?
Like I said, it's improved from the previous chapters, but I still have that feeling of cringe in my chest.
Yeah, well, you want to physically
Wretch, yes.
Congest.
It's kind of cringe.
Okay, before we actually read Naruto Meets Aang chapter 14, I want to at least check if my noise suppression is on for Discord. Yep, it is on. Okay. I'm not in cringe yet. Well, good on you. Good on for you, Retro Fox, because, well, oy. I think you guys, before we actually start a little bit more into chapter 14 of Naruto Meets Aang, try to turn on your noise suppressions or something. I don't know. Maybe it might make things a little bit easier for me, because say that hypothetically that one day I want to at least try to animate this, with the recording that is the Twitch VOD itself. I think that will be definitely a bit of a solid, if you will.
Yes.
All right. Way to go, because we're only a couple more chapters left before we finally finish up Naruto Meets Aang. Okay, here we go. Naruto Meets Aang, chapter 14. Into the spirit world. And previously of Naruto Meets Aang. If he is here right now, he could have helped us figure out Shugo's plans. Whoever that person Shugo's after, he or she is in danger. But that shrine is a sacred place. Some say that Avatar Roku used that shrine to enter the spirit world. It was the next day when Zahi and Ira infiltrated the village. Aang, Naruto, and the others were waiting outside of the infirmary for someone. But it's been the past 15 minutes since someone went inside, as the others are getting bored already. Do you think he'll come out soon? Shikamaru asked as the others were while laxing on a pole. I don't know. It's been a day since those guys have been there. And he's been like that ever since they're here, Sokka said. Hey, guys, something's happening inside. Toph felt said when she felt the vibrations. Oh, finally! Naruto said when he got up from the wall. The children went inside of the infirmary, and one at a time so that no one could crowd up the door. When they reached there, everything looked the same until the bodies began to move a little. Gaara stood up from the stool where he was, and okay, hold on. Let me reiterate that. Gaara stood up from the stool where he was sitting by and backed up with the others. Then the eyes of Temari and Kankuro were opened up as they wandered around the room they are. Where the heck are we? Temari was the first to speak. You guys are in the infirmary. You were hurt by someone who found you and brought you here, Sakura explained. That's one thing I remembered, Kankuro said as he sat up on his own. You should be careful of your injuries, Gara said. You two of our team did their best to heal, but what the fuck did I just read? Okay, let me get this right. You should be careful of your injuries, Gara said. Two of our team did their best to heal, but it's best if you guys get some rest so you can heal again. And how are we lucky to see you? The rest of the ninjas of Konoha, and we lucky to see you, and the rest of the village ninjas of Konoha. I see you got some friends along with you, Teberi said when she saw her little brother. It wasn't much. You see, we are... hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. My nose is starting... Ugh. My nose is starting to act up again. I think I just blew out some cringe. Ow!
Expel the cringe.
Ow! Retrofrax, why? Dude!
Good. Let the cringe flow out of you.
Okay. This is Miki after reading the story. Make it stop. I'll only say that. I'll only say a whole different story. I'll most likely say a whole different phrase after reading this story. I guarantee that. Okay. Let me try to reiterate where we left off. It wasn't much. You see, Aang was interrupted. They'll introduce themselves later. Can you at least tell me what happened and who did this to you? Gara said with a feeling mixed with concern and upset. No, that's not how you write that down, Miki. What the fuck, Miki? They'll introduce themselves later. Can you at least tell me what happened to you and who did this to you? Gara said, feeling both upset and concerned. Then Temari and Kankuro looked at each other with small frowns on their faces. Then they looked back at Gara and the others behind him. It all started yesterday. Kankuro and I just finished a mission that was given by the elders, and we were on our way to return home in Tsunagakure. Temari explained as the others listened. A little flashback here and there. My god, the formatting for the flashback is dead. Oi. Temari and Kankuro were leaping through the trees as they were heading towards their country. Hey, Temari, Kankuro asked his sister while continuing to move. Do you think Gara is safe with the Konoha ninjas? It's been like 9 days since the guy left. I know that, but wherever he is right now, he might be helping the Konoha ninjas out with something that only the Hokage knows, Temari said. Yeah, maybe he'll tell us what it's like when he comes back from the mission, Kankuro's said. Then Temari sensed something from a short distance as she stopped jumping and landing on a branch. Kankuro followed the same way that his sister did, but he was curious and confused about what his sister did. What's wrong, Temari? Something's been following us. I can feel it. Temari explained with her eyes looking around in every direction. What the hell am I writing? What the hell is this? Oh, are you that smart? You figured that you've been stopped. I'm impressed. The voice came from in front of us as we quickly found him. He was a few meters away from us. What's worse is that he's not alone. He has a backup. 2 of them, in fact. Oh, that was Kankuro. That was Temari. That's it. I gotta redo this again. Okay. What is this formatting that I wrote in here? Ay, shit. The voice came from... Yes? Let me try again. The voice came from in front of us as we quickly found him. He was a few meters away from us, and what's worse is that he's not alone. He has a backup. 2 of them, in fact. Kankuro explained while he continued. I don't know which nations are you guys are from, but something tells me you're not from our allies, Temari said as she draws out her fan to fight. But the leader smirked, which causes Temari to make the first move. With one swish of her fan, large gusts of wind blew towards the enemy, but one of them, which turns into Aira, took out a small dagger fans from their sheaths at the sides. Then with one swish, she split the blast in half. One was sent back to the other two. One was sent back to the 2, and the other to smack Temari against the tree. Temari! Kankuro yelled as he tries to fight the enemy with his puppet, but Kankuro's luck went off. In fact, shadows from the tree grabbed his legs as he fell down. Then his body was covered with shadows. The shadow bender who turned out to be Zahi on his actual form. The shadow bender who... No, let me reiterate that. The shadow bender who turns out to be Zahi. He bent a move with his bandaged hand as it commanded the shadows to drop him to the ground. As Kankuro fell down and landed under the bush, but he was hurt. Temari got up from her 2 feet, but still weakened from the attack. Aira appeared right in front of her and kicked her hard on the waist, as she fell down in the same bush where Kankuro is. The Sand Shinobis are weak, as the 3 landed on the ground and gathered behind to the bush. Temari can open one eye and saw that the leader took out a crystal-like stone as he muttered a few words. She thought she saw the stone glowing, but closed her eye and went cold. Then everything just went black. Just when next thing we knew, we woke up and found ourselves here. That is all we can remember the day we got ambushed, Temari concluded. But this leader, you said that But this leader you saw, is there anything you can remember that where that is from? Oh God, I need to blow my nose again. Hold on. Why is it acting it up on a time like this? What did I do? I just tried to read Cringe.
It's your body's
Or your brain and
natural
brain.
defense system is trying to resist the cringe
Oh God.
So hard.
and getting so far, but at the end it doesn't matter.
Oh, mother.
It's going further into the my stuff.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Sarah, you've read the entire thing as well, so
Yeah.
you know it.
Yeah. Oh, my nose. My poor nose. Okay. Okay, where the fuck am I? That is all we can remember on that day we got ambushed, Temari concluded. But this leader you saw, is there anything you can remember where that is from? Neji asked them. Well, all we know is that, what the fuck is this? The fuck that I wrote here? I didn't even proofread this shit when I was younger, and I thought this was good enough. Okay. We can actually make this work, people. We can actually make this work. Come on, Noah. You gotta make this work because you gotta prep up for Halloween month's fiction reading. Okay. Well, all we know is that all we can remember is that from him. He looks like Oh my god. Okay, let me try to reiterate this in a better way. Well, all we can remember is that he looks like he has white hair and pale snow eyes, Temari said. Shugo. You guys know him? Kankuro asked him.
I think I'm gonna look for dinner.
Okay. You take care now. You guys know him? Kankara asked him. Let's just say he's been the pain of our neck and the mysterious bad guy that nearly tried to kill us in the past few days, Saka said. But it's best if you guys will stay here for a while. You might need some rest, Neji said. It looks like one of us has to stay behind and look after Temari and Kankara while we go to this mysterious shrine. I will, Gara said. They are my brother and sister. I'm the second strongest of the group. You sure you really want to stay behind? You'll miss a lot of the action going out on there, Toph said. Sorry, but I'm dropping the invitation this time. There might be a chance that the bad guys will come. No thanks. Okay, you're lost. Then she went outside as the others followed suit. We'll come back after we're through with this, Naruto said as he followed to the others. Take care. Aang then left the Sand Shinobis. Say, who's the dark-haired lady with the hair shaped like a bun? Temari asked as she wants God to spill some information. Nice try, you two, but she's blind, Gara said as it made Temari and Kankuro's smiles drop. Oh boy, pro shipping back then is that Miki the shipper is still a thing back then. Jesus H Christ. Okay. The ninjas fled from tree to tree while carrying Toph, Katara, and Sokka on their backs, as Aang flies in the air with his glider. The ninjas landed on the ground when they reached the location, as Aang landed and his glider returned to his staff. They stared at the shrine with awe. The shrine is old, but the designs of the old carved sculptures, roofs, and walls is so captivating. Aang began to walk towards and stare at the building. He knew that his past life that he has been here, and he could feel the spiritual energy around him. He stepped onto the 3-step stair and squat and began to concentrate. You sure Aang is going to do the right thing? Kiba wondered. He will. He did this before and he can do it again, Katara said. Man, who'd ever knew that this shrine can help Aang? Do you think Sakura tried to ask him. When she looked, he disappeared. She looked in every direction to find him, but then she turned to Lee so she can ask him. Naruto, he's right over there, Lee answered while he pointed at the shrine. Sakura couldn't believe what she saw. Naruto was heading towards Aang while Aang is still meditating with his eyes closed. She dashed towards him so Naruto wouldn't touch him. Hey, Aang, are you sure this is safe? Naruto touched him on his shoulder. While at the same time, Aang's eyes were open and his eyes and tattoos glowed immediately. Naruto fell down as he lay there lifeless. Sakura, Shikamaru, and Lee were shocked as they tried to reach towards the body, but Kiba, Katara, Neji, and Toph stopped them. Guys, what are you doing? Shikamaru asked them. Naruto is down cold. Naruto is okay, Katara said. Katara? Sakura trailed off. How can you say that? Look at Naruto. He was out cold, and this is how you can treat him? Lee exclaimed. Trust us. He'll be okay. In the moment, trust us. He'll be okay in the moment when Twinkle Toes is done. Oh, the writing is so bad. The writing is so bad.
Naruto is dead, not big surprise.
Then Sakura and the opposing others stopped as Sakura's head went down. Whatever is going on, I bet he's with Aang. Aang opened his eyes and found himself into the spirit world. He stood up with his feet and inhaled the spirit world's air. Now all I gotta do is find Roku, he said to himself. Then he heard a scream. Then he heard a scream falling down as it came from above. He looked up and saw it was Naruto falling and screaming. He landed onto the marshy waters as it made a small splash, and when the splash returned to its normal place. Naruto spit and coughed out some of the water that is still in his mouth. Deja vu? Deja vu? Naruto? Aang? What are you doing?
I've tasted this before.
Naruto? Aang? What are you doing here? Both of them asked each other the same question. What am I doing here? I'm asking you, what are you doing here? They paused for a while and gave themselves a small chuckle. They both wandered around in the spirit world looking for Aang's past life as they passed by some spirits. Hey, Aang, are you sure your past life is here? Naruto asked him. Of course he is. I've been here once so I can speak to Roku about my encounter with the Fire Nation, which at the time are invading the North Pole. If we can find him here, we would know what Shugo's plans and secrets are. Naruto explained. They continued to walk until they stopped to a huge tree that is surrounded by water. They step into the water and they are 2 meters away from the tree. He's here. Naruto was confused, but the water swirled as the winds blew, which made the leaves bend. Then on one branch, a small human-sized tornado was formed, as it revealed Avatar Roku as the tornado disappears. It's good to see you, Aang. I see you brought a friend, Roku said. It's good to see you too, Roku, Aang said as he made his bow to him and Naruto followed suit. You don't need to greet me, Uzumaki Naruto. Wait, how did you know my name? When I entered into this... Wait, who said that? Who said that? Okay, who the fuck said that?
Nippa.
Oh. Okay, I need a swig of this because my mouth is very parched at the moment. When I entered into this world and met this man, I told him all about you. A voice answered them. The voice came from a second branch on the opposing side of Roku. There was a mist that also took the size of a human as it engulfed the second branch. The two were Naruto and Aang were very cautious because they might think it was a ghost that they fought back on the bridge 6 days ago. But instead, what emerged from the mist was the third Hokage. Naruto was surprised. Old man! Naruto said when he saw the old man again.
He's scared to call you a bitch.
Of course you would. Of course you would, Sarah. By highlighting your message right there.
Absolutely. I think that is precisely from my knowledge of Naruto, which is fairly limited. I do feel that third Hokage motherfucker would say, 100%, you're a bitch, Naruto.
let's see. You know him, Naruto? Aang asked him. He does, Aang. When I was alive, I was the third Hokage in his village. But now I'm just a spirit who now lives in this world. The third spoke. Naruto, Aang, I know the reason why you are here, and I can help you to reveal the secrets and plans of the Dark Prince Shugo. Roku said. You knew? Please tell us. Aang, Naruto, listen carefully. Ever since the second Hokage and I stopped the Dark Legion, we sealed it away under the world alongside its king, the Dark Emperor. And in that time, the keystone was broken into 3 pieces. I gave the 2 pieces to the second Hokage, while the last piece was given to the village where you are now. Since it was the nearest spot to where we sealed away the Dark Legion, Roku explained. But when time passed, a certain person made a small crack onto the seal for exchange of it returning a life of a loved one. It became worse when some of the evil spirits leaked out from the crack and started to lurk around the world. But there's only one thing that the nation has in mind: revenge. The third continued. Tell us more. When Shugo was chosen from the Dark Emperor, he made a vow to search for the key to open the seal of the Dark Legion, the key to their freedom and to the world's invasion.
Is this anime Kingdom Hearts?
Roku said. Key? What key specifically? Aang wondered. The key of the Fire Nation. Legend says that when a soul energy of a firebender was taken, it becomes a key to unlock many seals, including the seal that keeps the QB. The third said. Naruto was shocked when he hears this, as he clutched onto his stomach, wondering about the horrors of the QB's release. But there's also one thing we must warn you. You must not let Shugo collect the 2 other keystones. What happens if they did? The solar eclipse might happen next month, as what they said in Naruto's world. But with the 2 keystones, it will quicken the solar eclipse, and it will use the Dark Ember's magic, and it will. And with okay, let me I need water for this. Holy shit, my mouth is really getting dry from cringe.
Cringe is sapping away your life force.
Yep.
Me too, it seems.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, where was I? The solar eclipse might happen next month, as what they said in Naruto's world. But with the use of the 2 keystones, it will quicken the solar eclipse, and with the use of the Dark Emperor's magic, the eclipse will become nothing but a portal of the Dark Legion, and when they're out, it will become a destruction to the 5 top shinobi countries. The third spoke. This has left both the 2 shocked, as it made them tremble in fear. Naruto, Aang, you must stop Shugo before he can find the key or the 2 other keystones. You 2 are the only hope to stop him. Okay. Oh god, I got something in my throat now. I'm okay. I'm okay. I am sure. I am perfectly okay. I'm in immense pain, but I'm okay. Naruto, Aang, you must stop Shugo before he can find the key or the 2 other keystones. You 2 are the only hope to stop him. Roku said. We will not fail you, Roku, Aang promised. I know you won't, but now we must depart. We will see you again. Roku said in farewell, "Goodbye, Naruto, Aang. We will see you again." Just before Naruto can speak, a small glowing sphere came to him as Aang and it came to him and Aang as it twirls around and thickens what the fuck am I reading? Just before Naruto can speak, a small glowing sphere came to him and Aang as it twirls around and quickens, creating a shining white circle that surrounds them. And as in moments, the light glowed tremendously, and as Aang and Naruto are gone. In the shrine area, the group is still waiting for Naruto and Aang's return from the spirit world, while Sakura and the others and the other ninjas were worried for Naruto. Then the tattoos and eyes of Aang stopped glowing as he got up from his feet and looked down on the ground and saw Naruto was still out cold, until his eyes were opened and shook his head as he got up himself. "Naruto, are you okay?" Sakura asked Naruto. "Yeah, I was in the spirit world with Aang, and I like it." Then Sakura punched him in the head. Then Sakura punched him on the head with little anger towards him. "Aang, did you know what Roku said?" Katara asked him. "Yes, Naruto and I knew what Shugo was planning," Aang said. Then everyone gathered around to hear Aang and Naruto's explanation and when they are during their time in the spirit world. Hours passed. Itachi was standing outside of the camp while the breeze is blowing onto his face. Azula came out of the tent as she approaches to Itachi. "It's getting late. Shouldn't you come inside?" Azula offered him. "I will be soon, but it's best if you go back. You'll freeze out here." They then heard a rustle of leaves from the trees. Someone came out from the leaves and stopped in front of Itachi and Azula. They didn't know who the stranger is, but neither of them know who the stranger is. "Who are you, stranger?" Itachi questioned him. "Relax, Uchiha Itachi," Shugo asked. Shugo said, I came here for an alliance." End of chapter 14. Oh boy. How is everyone feeling so far? Is everyone alive?
I live.
Thank you, Cedric, for redeeming the hydrate. I need it. I fucking need it. I need it.
I need it.
Okay, so we are down to 2 more chapters left. 2. Just 2. Okay? Everyone, that's one piece of good news. We are down to 2 left, and we are, my God, we're through this in an hour and 18. It feels like 2 hours already. What the fuck?
It's just a little bit painful.
I'm playing Monster Hunter Rise as it helps dealing with the crit. You know what, Danny? That's a good decision. That's a good decision. Although I do hope that it didn't distract you a little bit from the hunting. Okay, I wonder if I should actually implement that. Okay, let me go down here. I am gonna
Pain is temporary. Cringe is forever.
Okay, I don't know how you actually no, I don't know how to do. Okay. All right. Maybe I was just fiddling around in Street. I was just fiddling around in Twitch, but maybe it's something in my mind. I don't know. But okay. I guess we can try doing this. We can try to clutch this if things are ready, and if we manage to do this right. I guarantee we most likely end the stream as soon as we're done reading Naruto Meets Aang. Even though it's very short, I just need something strong after this, man. Okay. Is everyone ready for for where we can left off?
Yes,
Probably not, but let's go.
I'm ready for pain.
Okay. Naruto meets Aang, an interlude. Shugo was looking at the stone that he was holding onto his hand. The stone that he was holding was in the appearance of a gem. As he held it up to the light of the stone that can reflect what the fuck, right? If there's nothing that gives me more cringe, it's writing cringe, you know. How about we just say that Shugo he brings it up to the light and admire its refraction. How about that?
Sure.
Shugo was looking at the stone that he was holding onto this one hand. The stone wasn't the appear. The Shugo was looking at the stone that he was holding in one hand. The stone has an appearance of a gem. As he held it up to the light and admired its refraction, Itachi came out of the tent and saw Shugo with the stone on hand. Beautiful, just beautiful. That was quite stealthful of you, Itachi, when you stole this keystone from the village. Shugo said when he sensed his presence. Taking the stone with me is not easy, Itachi scoffed. After the time I killed my clan and let my brother live, I decided to break into the Hokage's office and found a secret vault that's underneath the desk. That is where I found the keystones. But I was found from the Anbu ninjas. And you escaped. But luckily you got this in time, Shugo said. But you're not here allying for the princesses, are you? With this question, Itachi remembered the day when he, Kisame, and Deidara were meeting with their leader. In the Akatsuki lair, Kisame, Deidara, and Itachi met their leader, but only as a hologram self of the leader. I have a special task for you three, the leader says. A task? Was it another Jinchuriki? Yes, but this one has the 2 Jinchurikis in this task, and I am going to give it to you, the leader says. Interesting. Tell us what this task you're giving us. The shinobis of Konoha are going to a place far beyond ours. Their task is to help someone who's called the Avatar, the leader said. Your task is to find the Jinchurikis by the help of a princess who is also hunting the said Avatar. Are you sure you're giving us this mission? It doesn't sound normal, Kisame asked. This is all the information that Zetsu can find. But I believe that Itachi can help you go to this place where the Konoha shinobis are going. Well, you knew? Deidara asked. Yes, Itachi sighed. Good. Now, I want you three to go to this task. I'd rather fight with Sasori than stick with him at this task, Deidara complained. I don't think you have much of a choice now, Deidara. We need your explosions in this one, Itachi said. Itachi, once you find the princess, you must stay with her. Got it? Yeah, sure. Okay, Pain, sure, whatever. Okay, my nose is starting to act up again. I don't like it. Let's see. No, I'm here with a different task, Itachi said. I see. Shugo said as he placed the keystone in his sash. I'll be gone for a while. I won't be long. Where would you go? Shugo was silent for a while, but he said, somewhere where I can meet someone. He then disappeared as a gentle breeze blew into the night. Itachi looked up and saw the full moon. In the decaying forest full of dead trees, Shugo appeared as he walked into a clear spot of the forest, where there are boulders and rubble, where there are boulders and rubble about. Shugo stopped as he performed 6 hand seals and punched the earth. Suddenly, a white fire circle appeared in front of Shugo, as it shows 2 big yellow eyes that are inside the flame circle, staring back. It has been a long time, Shugo, a dark voice said. My lord, I have gained enough alliances that will take down Mitsuna. My lord, I have gained enough alliances that will take down the Mitsuna village for good, Shugo said as he knelt into the flaming circle. All we need is a few of your finest soldiers for battle. But do you have my key? The Dark Emperor asked him. I haven't, Shugo gulped. I was so close to capturing it, but if it wasn't for those— You did not have the key! The flame circle grew as it matched the expression to the Emperor's rage. A long time ago, I had singled you out from 1,000 warriors of my hand. Do you know what happens if you don't have my key? Then a small fireball shot Shugo at the hands at an incredible speed. Once it came from the circle. Suddenly, Shugo's hands was turning into skeletal bones as Shugo started to scream panically. He tried to put it out, but it's no use, as it kept growing slowly. My lord, please forgive me. I won't disappoint you again. Please give me another chance, Shugo begged. So be it. The Emperor's voice loomed. Then the fireball in Shugo's hand incinerated as his hands returned to normal. Do not disappoint me again. Then the circle of fire has gone out, as Shugo looked at his hands as if they were a ghost that touched through it. Playtime is over, Shugo said. It's time to get serious. End of interlude. I went to apologize for scaring anybody when it comes to that last bit. I mean, I want to play it out when it comes to the character, you know?
It was good.
Is everyone alive?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me check on chat. Okay, Danny Lockhart, you're fighting. You're fighting the pink pickle as master rank. Okay, good luck in there, buddy. You're gonna need it. All right.
Oh, is that what you call it?
All right, guys. This is it. This is chapter 15. This is the big one. This is the final one of the series. Oh boy. Well, it's supposed to be 15 out of 20, but Miki never got to write, the rest of the chapters after that. But without further ado, I think it's about time we finally read the last chapter that I've written so far for Naruto Meets Aang. Let us begin.
So far, you're making more?
Now! No! My nose is just itchy. Okay. Let's begin. Chapter 15. Shugo's back. Previously, in Naruto Meets Aang. I have a son once who is the heir of the village throne, and my only child after my eldest daughter passed away. I loved him so much and cared for him greatly. One day the Fire Nation troops invaded this very village, and tragedy snatched him away from me, and I lost him ever since. One. As Shugo was left alone, he lifted. One of these days, I will have you. The fiery circle revealed a shadow figure of a person, but their face is unknown. Naruto, Aang, you must stop Shugo before he can find the key or the 2 keystones. You two are the only hope to stop him. Aang is walking on the foggy marshes of the spirit world, not knowing which part of the zone he is. There's a spiritual tree. Oh my lord, I just realized the formatting is a little bit better. Well, let's continue. Aang was walking on the foggy marshes of the spirit world, not knowing which part of the zone he is. There are spiritual trees that stayed there as well, that stayed here that are still alive, but Aang never knew of these trees in the spirit world. Then he saw something or someone right between the 2 old willow trees, covered in thick black chains. Aang comes close to the chained figure, but then he saw something. But when he comes close, it was a person. But what he saw is that he is weak and his arms are chained to the 2 willow trees. The prisoner's clothes were tattered as his head was down, so Aang couldn't see through his black hair. Excuse me, Aang spoke. What happened to you? What happened? Let's just say I was a prisoner of a king who thought who could save me. The prisoner said, but sadly, he got me into this prison for about 8 years. A king? Why would he be imprisoning you? Well, he wanted my body so he can lead his forces. The darkness in me, along with the kings, took over, and I became like this. Then he gently raised his head as it barely showed his face. He had only one right bang, but his eye is gold, just like any of the firebender's eyes. But you're the Avatar. You can save me. Aang tried to approach to him, but when he took one step forward, the earth that set foot turned into a large trench that made Aang fell inside and the dark abyss inside. His screams echoed through the darkness as he tried to airbend himself out, but he can't. He found himself falling down towards the white light, which turns out to be a large pit of raging white fire. There was a laugh down there that echoed in pure evil as the atmospheres for death. It seems that the laugh has belonged to Shugo. All of his bending is useless. He continues to fall until he reached to the fiery inferno below. Aang jumped out from his bed as he made a short scream which awakened a few people that were from their sleep. Aang, what happened? You got yourself a nightmare? Naruto yawned. Yeah, but it looks so real. It has something to deal with me in it, Aang said. Is it about you fighting against the Fire Lord or Shugo? Sokka asked him. No, it's just that I found myself talking to some kind of prisoner, Aang explained. Prisoner? What is the name of the prisoner? Sakura asked. He doesn't say it. He doesn't say. But the thing is, he does look kind of familiar. Inside of the meeting room, Reigo was reading a few scrolls while the oil lamp in the room supports the light through the evening darkness. Then suddenly, the small flame on the oil lamp vanished through the draft of air, which this one caught Reigo's attention, as its draft is a warning to him. There's something terrible that's going to happen. This breeze never lies, he said. Somewhere in the mountain slope, not too far from the village, Shugo is staring at the cloudy horizon with the evening breeze blowing the hair on his face as his hair and scarf are fluttering into the wind. It is time, he smirked. He then jumped down from the cliff as he headed towards the forest. It was late morning surrounding the Mitsuna village. It was late morning. The forest surrounding Mitsuna was completely quiet, and the watchers on the outpost were anxious for an ambush. Today is awfully quiet, one of the watchers said. I know, but we must stay alert at all costs, the second one said. Even the smallest attack can create chaos to the village. Then, suddenly, a small white spider came out from the window as it caught the two watchers' attention. It stayed still when they looked closer. What the heck is... Before the second watcher could finish, the white spider exploded right in front of them, as not only that, it also gave an impact of the outpost. A few meters away, the second outpost watcher saw the explosion through the telescope from his hands. Seeing this, he reached to the bell of the outpost and rang it loud so he could hear, as he shouted at the same time, "Intruders! Intruders!" The sound of the bells alerted the other outposts, as they also rang their bells too. The watchers sighed, but suddenly a dagger out of nowhere knocked out the watcher at the back, and he fell down to the bushes below. The one who threw the dagger was actually May, who was with Deidara on a clay bird that was still flying on the air. Deidara gave out some kind of a hand signal, as it signaled to the Fire Nation soldiers and firebenders from the trees. They charged towards the village with battle cries on the top of the trees. Wait, what the fuck? They charged forward with the village with battle cries. On top of the trees, ninjas with black masks and clothes were leaping through the branch as they also head towards the village. The outposts from the trees failed to stop them. In Mitsuna, the villagers fled from the village hall where they can go inside in the underground floor, which is hidden secretly, but it won't hold enough. So the others fled somewhere else. Outside, Naruto, Aang, and the others were right in front of the village hall as they're ready to fight. Who could it be this time? Katara wondered. I don't know. But my guess would say it's the Fire Nation, Shikamaru said. Or it could be Shugo, Naruto suggested. Whoever it is, they couldn't come this many, and we must not lose our guard, Sokka suggested. Neji, what can you see? Kiba asked him. Neji unleashed his Byakugan as his side got enhanced. He saw the firebenders and the soldiers heading towards the village where they stand, and some of them are riding on Komodo dragon rhinos. Suddenly, he saw Azula with Tai Li and the Akatsuki ninjas on their serpents. It's Azula and her comrades. This time she has more soldiers with her, Neji said. Oh, this is gonna be a long day, Naruto said. Naruto, be serious! This is Azula we're talking about, Sakura said. Hold that thought, Sakura, Neji said when he was still in his Byakugan. He saw something in the trees that is approaching to the same direction where Azula and her army are heading. They led...
Let's be serious, it is the... it's the Machiavellian waifu.
They then saw something in the trees. They then saw something in the trees that is approaching to the same direction where Azula and her army are heading. They leapt branch to branch as they dressed in black. They are nothing but ninjas, and the one that is leading them is none other than Shugo. But Ira and Zahi were also behind his tail. What? I can't believe it! It's Shugo, and he's with Azula! Neji said. What? Toph cried out in a surprised tone. Ah, come on! Azula and Suga are okay to fight alone, but when the two are together? Sokka complained. As some of the gang were complaining now that Azula and Suga are allies, Aang is trying to concentrate so he can think of who is the key of the Dark Legion. Naruto? Aang called him. Yeah, Aang? Naruto answered. Remember the time when we were in the spirit world when we met Avatar Roku and the third Hokage? Yeah, I remember that. What about it? They say that the Dark Legion's key is the key of the Fire Nation and its soul energy. And continued. But what does that mean? I thought about it yesterday and nothing came to me. I thought about it too, but I'm not sure about it either. Well, Shikamaru started his position where he can think. What you said, Aang, that the key of the Fire Nation is their only way to get out. But you also said it's soul energy. What are you saying, Shikamaru? Lee asked. Well, let's just say that in my theory, the key might be a person, Shikamaru explained. A person? Yep. The key might be a mere firebender that might as well have the soul energy that can unlock great things. Unlocking big things like the Dark Legion unlocking big things like the Dark Legion can take a lot of firebenders just to get it open. But there can only be one that can unlock the entire nation by itself. One that might have a powerful soul energy, but a great firebender as well, or a high-ranked firebender among the rest of the people. I think royalty-like. Lee wondered. Aang began to think, and finally found out, but he was horrified at the terrible thoughts upon the realization. Oh no, Aang now realized. What is it? I know who the key is. Incoming! Then suddenly, at the gates of the villages, the firebenders, soldiers, and ninjas raided the gates. As they knocked down the barriers, they headed towards the gang, where the great battle would take place. Somewhere in the village area, where it's under attack, Zuko and Iroh are taking cover so they won't get caught by the Fire Nation warriors and the Dark Legion warriors. This is just great! I can't believe the Fire Nation could find us here! Zuko angrily complained. Zuko, we may be careful what you're saying. They could be anywhere right now looking for us. So it's best if we... Before Iroh could finish, something that was loud crumbled from above, and it sounds like it's coming down. Look out! Iroh shouted as he pushed him aside. Then suddenly, the ceiling crashed and Iroh stepped away in time from the damage. The one who blew down the hole to the ceiling is a ninja wearing black clothing and a chained mask. We were looking for you, Prince Zuko. The chained masked ninja hissed as his arm with a sword. Who are you? How did you know me? Zuko asked as he was ready to fight. Then suddenly, the ninja charged at him. Their fight has begun. Somewhere at the village hall, Naruto and the others are fighting off to the Fire Nation soldiers and benders. Katara knocked down some Dark Legion ninjas with her advanced water bending, while Naruto uses Kagebunshin to fight off the other firebenders. There's just so many of them, Naruto said. I don't think we can keep up, Katara agreed. Guys, whatever happens, we can't fall back yet, Neji said as he is spinning his chakra shields to protect him. Save your breath, we got company, Toph said as she was doing her earth bending. Then, suddenly, the spears were flying on the sky as they landed in some of the Fire Nation soldiers and benders. They looked where the spears came from, and they were surprised and relieved. It was Rhaego and his soldiers. her ready to battle to the end. Forgive us that we're late, but it takes us a while to escort the villains safely, Rego said. Then the soldiers dashed to the enemies and started to fight against them. When the soldiers dashed into the enemies and okay. We're so glad that you came, Kiba said.
Glad you came. We're glad you came.
We're so glad that you came, Kiba said. We would have been dead if it wasn't for you guys, Lee said in relief. I know. It may be your job to fight against the Fire Nation and the Dark Legion, but it's my turn to protect this village. Then, suddenly, a burning post was falling down and was about to hit Rego. Aang and some others. Fortunately, Aang blew away the flames with his airbending, while Naruto, who was able to summon his clones in time, had used an Uzumaki Naruto Randan on it and had fallen to the other side, where they were blocking the path of the other Fire Nation soldiers. This fight will go on forever, Sokka said. Where the hell do these guys came from? Gaara said in frustration tone, while he fought off some of the dark ninjas with his sand technique. There has to be some source. I'm gonna look for it right now. Top, Gaara, I want you to cover for me, Neji said as he is still on his Bakugan. We're on it! Lord Rego, I know who the key is, Aang said. You did? Yes, it was... Aang was interrupted when he heard Sakura and Katara scream. The girls were covered by their own shadows. Sakura! Katara! Naruto shouted. Sakura! Lee followed. The culprits who did this is none other than Aira and Zahi. Then, where his then bandaged hand has formed into sharp spikes from Katara and Sakura's shadows. You kids are such a pain. Maybe we should have told you to. Haven't we told you to stay out of our way? Ira asked them in an impatient tone. Why don't you stay out of our way? Kiba shouted as Akamaru barked with him. I'll let Shugo answer that. Oh wait, he's not with us today. He's somewhere in this worthless dump you call a village. You take that back, young lady. Rego barked and angrily demanded. I found the source. It's right outside of the village. You little... Ira muttered. She then took out her razor fans from the side of her legs compartment. Hey, Naruto! Katara screamed. She's gonna attack! Sakura followed. With one swish of her fan, the sharp wind headed towards them. Everything was slow. Aang had begun to move forward and use his staff to redirect the wind, but suddenly a giant fan was in front of him as it redirects the wind to the left before Aang did. The one who saved them was none other than Temari herself, alongside Kankuro, who was with her. Hey guys!
Was it as hard as you thought it would be, Danny? Oh my lord. Well, you just gotta whisper in its ear. That'll fix it.
Oh.
Or better yet, you reach behind it and tickle its friends.
Oh no, don't do that. No. I'm gonna continue where I can before this thing derails badly.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need that image in my head right now. Okay, where are we? Guys, we can handle these two from here. Go find the Shugo guy, Temari said. Temari, Kankuro, Gaara said their names in astonishment. So you guys made it after all, Ira said. Yeah, and now it's payback time for you too, Kankuro said. A little something you did to us 2 days ago. Reigo's attention changed when Momo heard something in his ears. This attracts Reigo as he knew completely what the situation is. You found him, don't you? Reigo asked Momo as it chattered in agreement. Then show it to me. Lead the way. Momo took his wing and headed towards the south part of the village, as Reigo followed in a dash. While he was running, he took off some of his robes to reveal armor beneath. Reigo, wait! Naruto called as he followed along him with Aang. You two, you should not follow me, Reigo demanded. We're coming with you, Aang said. Your duty is to find the key. I have some business to deal with. Something I should have done a long time ago. Reigo suddenly dashed so fast that Naruto and Aang failed to keep up with. What does he mean should have done a long time ago? Naruto Aang questioned as Aang shrugged. Somewhere in the burning area of the villages, Zuko finally finished off the chain masked ninja as his remains turned into ashes. Who was that guy? Zuko wondered angrily. It's okay, Zuko. It's over now, Zuko said. Is it really, Uncle? Azula's voice shook them. The two turned around as they saw Azula and Itachi. They quickly changed their fighting poses as they were getting ready to make their move. Here for a rematch? Zuko asked her. Believe me, this might be the last rematch you'll be getting, Azula answered, provoking his anger. Then Zuko launched a fireball at Azula as she blocked it with her firebending. She dashed towards Zuko as they had their firebending duel. Zuko! Iroh shouted as so he could stop the fight, but was stopped by Itachi when he raised his right arm. You will not interfere, Itachi said. Then suddenly, Iroh felt something that gave an impact on his mind and body. I should have just written down that somebody struck Iroh very hard, that he passed out. Okay. Iroh was somewhere in a zone where the colors are opposite, as he found himself up on the post. He was surrounded by Itachi and the other clones of him wielding swords. Oh, never mind. For you are my opponent. Then one of the clones stabbed Iroh as he let out a scream. The second one followed, but just before the third one could attack, Iroh said, I will not be the victim. Then he bit himself onto the lip as a trickle of blood came out from his lower lip. You fool! Back in reality, Iroh fell down to the ground unconscious as Itachi kneeled onto his knee. He managed to break it. Itachi was bemused. But I thought... Uncle! Zuko screamed as he saw this. He tried to aid Iroh's help, but he was completely surrounded by Azula and Itachi. But before the two could attack, Shugo appeared through the burning rubble as Azula, Itachi, and Zuko stared in awe. I'll handle this for now, you two, Shugo said. You said that we will fight Iroh and Zuko, Itachi replied. You gave your word before this invasion began, Azula followed. True, but we're running out of time. Go aid Kisame, Ty Lee, and the others. They'll gladly need your help, Shugo ordered. Fine, Azula grudged. Understood. Itachi followed. He then grabbed her hand as they vanished into the air. So, you're the one I fought 8 days ago, Shugo. But that is no, that's not Reigo. That's Zuko still. Okay, fine. So, You're the one I fought 8 days ago, Shugo. But that is the sickness. But that is the sickness thing I have been. I have seen. What the hell is this? Oh my god, my head hurts. Literally.
What the fuck are we reading?
Okay.
I have no idea.
Let's try to reiterate this and make it easier for everyone to read. So, you're the one that I fought 8 days ago, Shugo. But that is sickening what you just did. But that was sickening what you just did. Replacing yourself with Zhao's dead body. That is disgusting. Zuko said, I think call it a replacement technique. Have you been training yourself lately? I hope you did. Shugo then bent a small white fire on his hand. Because I'm a lot different from before. They then began to fight. Zuko and Shugo had fought with all their strength and power, but Zuko cannot break through Shugo's defense. It wasn't long until Shugo bent white fire on the ground, causing more white fire to burst through from above, hitting Zuko. Zuko was hit a little, but he used a lot of bending to get away from Shugo's flames. For they are very dangerous. Too dangerous to be Azula's flames. Zuko made his last move by bending a flame into Shugo, but misses. Zuko went out cold. The white fire deceased once more when Shugo moved closer to Zuko. He then lifted Zuko by one arm, his sword on the other. I should have told you I will have you one of these days. His sword suddenly glow, as ugly gray as it sounded. Let's see. You will never see your father again. He then stuck his sword onto Zuko's body, which somehow caused his eye and mouth to create a luminous glow. The sword was glowing. The sword was glowing brighter by the second until Rhaego appeared right behind him. Shugo, enough! Shugo turned his head and see Rhaego's panting from the run, with an expression of rage and hate. Shugo took out the sword, which caused Zuko's eyes and mouth to stop glowing. Then he was thrown aside by Shugo, but his eyes also caught somebody on his glow. He saw both Naruto and Aang behind Rhaego, as they were both exhausted from the running. Let's see. I see you got company with you, Lord Rhaego. Shugo began to talk. I want you to leave the Prince of the Fire Nation alone. He may be the key, but he's still a person, Aang demanded. You mean he's the... So, finally came back. After 8 long... So, you finally came back. After 8 long years, my beloved son. Rhaego said in a calm voice. These words made Naruto and Aang shocked. They could not believe that this young man in front of them, including Rhaego, was the son of the village leader. The two boys are awestruck as Shugo said nothing. You mean Naruto couldn't dare to finish. Aang followed suit. Then Shugo starts to laugh. It began with a small chuckle. Then it grew into a laugh so evil that it made Rhaego's hands tremble.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Beloved, very, very funny, Father. You still love me even though I am gone. So much so that you want to forget what you did? Shugo's eyes... Shugo's eyes darted as... Shugo's eyes darted as Naruto and Aang... Shugo's eyes darted at Naruto and Aang's direction. Hey! Avatar, Jinchuriki, do you know what he did? He has done a terrible thing a long time ago, and the story is still fresh. Shugo. 18 years ago, his son was born into this world, but shortly after his birth, he died, and this caused his daughter and himself into a great depression, because he lost 2 people in front of him. Shugo, stop. He could not give up his son. No, he couldn't. So he knew the one way to bring him back. A way so fucked up that it brought back the greatest enemy in history. He took the keystone of the village and headed straight to the seal and cracked it a bit open. Shugo, that's enough! He begged the Dark Emperor to bring back his son, but on that ritual of resurrection, the child was alive again, but it cost the life of his only daughter. Stop it! So, to forget everything that happened, he let his son grow without knowing what happened to his mother or his sister. But at the same time, his son knew everything on what his father did. The son I'm talking about is me. Shugo finished. After Shugo explained the true story of Reigo, Aang and Naruto just said nothing. But they're too much to handle. Or you wanted to learn more secrets that he has, Shugo offered. But before Naruto and Aang could speak, Reigo suddenly firebended Naruto and Aang away from him as he set an entrance ablaze. Aang and Naruto are outside of their battle, but they couldn't get inside to stop Shugo and Reigo's battle. Shikamaru, Sakura, and Katara traveled right on time as they approached Aang and Naruto. Aang, what happened? Tell us what's going on! Katara pleaded as she gripped Aang's shoulders. Naruto, speak up! Sakura followed suit. Guys, what we're going to tell you is something that Naruto and I just found out. Then they suddenly heard a wooden piece fell down from the fire and then crashed from the inside. But first, let's get out of here. This thing will fall apart soon, Shikamaru said. No, we can't. There's 2 people unconscious inside, not to mention Shugo and Reigo, Naruto demanded. What? Those guys are inside? Sakura said out loud. Hey, there's not much time left. Inside of the burning building, Shugo and Reigo fought against each other with firebending, but both flames are just ramming towards each other without touching each other's skin. Why, Shugo? Why did you choose his side? Reigo demanded. Welcome back, Celestial Lundenberg. Because he made me open my eyes, Shugo replied. I have seen your true nature, father. Oh, you are not Shugo. The son I know will never become like this. Reigo defended himself with firebending. And you think you could redeem yourself today by fighting me? Shugo bended white fire. You are making a wrong choice. Shugo. He stopped firebending. I wanted you to come home. I have learned from my past that what I've done is wrong. I'm so sorry what happened to you and your mother, and the terrible fate of your sister. But what wounded me the most is losing you 8 years ago. This village is your home, so please return to us. Shugo stood Shugo stood there, saying nothing. He merely lifted an eyebrow when something impacted from him, which gave him a painful groan. He suddenly disappeared as Reigo got anxious and alert. Shugo has been nowhere Shugo seems to be nowhere inside of this blazing building. Shugo? Where? Where did you go? Reigo anxiously asked. Then suddenly, Reigo got stabbed in the back with a sword-like blade as some of his blood trickled down from the ground. He felt that his arm was grabbed by a hand. Shugo was behind him. Such sweet words, but... Shugo removed his sword from his back and used it to slice his father's arm. I'd rather become the next Dark Emperor than rule this crummy village any day. Then he threw him aside as he walked towards Zuko to finish the job. Just before he could stab Zuko with his sword again, Aang, Naruto, and the gang, which is Sokka, Shikamaru, and Katara, crashed inside the building as they put out the flames with waterbending and airbending. Came here to take care of him? Shugo asked them. We came here to kick your butt, Sokka replied. As the gang charged, Shugo did a single-handed seal with 3 times, which while he has Zuko on his right hand. Yummy Bunshin! I can't believe I fucking said that. Then suddenly his body produced black goops that shot out in 3 clones, leaving Shugo his chance to escape. Shugo, come back here! Naruto said.
I call these my goopy babies. You better believe it.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. Hey, Naruto, just go after him. We'll take care of these guys, Sakura asked them. But just go. We'll be all right. Katara agreed with Sakura. Then the 2 heroes looked at each other and nodded with determination. Aang and Naruto are now in hot pursuit of Shugo. They're on the move, Toph said when she earthbended away some enemies. At the same time, felt Aang's and Naruto's and Shugo's vibrations. Where are they heading? Gaara asked her as he buried some enemies with the sand. Northwest from here, but Shugo's vibrations are a bit heavier than before. Has he picked up some weight? Kiba joked as he is behind a rock. This is no time to fool around, Lee said as he kicked away a firebender. Gaara, Toph, Neji, and Kiba and Lee fought against the Fire Nation and the Dark Legion warriors with all their strength, until Neji caught something with his Byakugan from the same direction where Naruto, Aang, and Shugo are heading. Neji cursed. God damn it. Neji, what's wrong? Kiba asked. There are people where Shugo is heading. Who are they? The villagers? Gaara asked him. No, it's them. Okay, on to that. Somewhere in the forest, Shugo finally reached a zone where Aang and Naruto are far from reach. He met up with Itachi, Azula, and the others, while he placed Zuko on the ground. You finally caught him, Itachi said. It wasn't easy doing my part when my father and the runts are on me, but I held them off. But that doesn't matter now. Azula came close to Zuko and bent down near his body. We got little Zuzu in our hands, and I will be welcome back home when I bring him back as a prisoner. Sounds pretty good, young princess. But in a flash, he draws out his sword, and Shugo stabbed Azula into the back. This new action drew Itachi's attention as he was shocked from Shugo's act. This sword glowed luminously for a few seconds until he drew it off her, leaving Azula on the ground, cold. Kisame, Deidara, Itachi, Mei, and Ty Lee surrounded Shugo, all ready to attack. What the hell? Why did you do that? Kisame yelled at Shugo. Because she shared the same thing, after all. Zuko's soul energy is not enough to be the one thing I need left of. Shugo replied in a calm tone. But that wasn't part of the deal! Itachi agreed with Kisame. Oh, but let me tell you this. Did I ever agree to the deal? He chuckled in a dark manner. All this time, May said. You monster! No, I'm flattered that you call me that, Shugo said. But you're right. I am a monster. Then Itachi raised his hands at Shugo, as Shugo felt a strange impact on him. Shugo found himself in a zone where the colors of the environment are completely opposite. They were surrounded by flames as he was about to be engulfed in them. Itachi is there, but he was far away from the flames, staring at Shugo with his Sharingan eyes. It wasn't long until Shugo starts laughing maniacally. Itachi got alert. I won't forgive you for what you've done to her. Itachi spoke. Aw, since when did you think about you could stop me with this technique? Shugo raised his head with a show his maniacal-looking face. You're the one who's making a big mistake. Is you. Then flames grew out of control as it flew towards Itachi, ablazing him. Itachi couldn't stop the flames. He's done for. Back in reality, Itachi collapsed near Azula as his hand fell on hers. Shugo opened his eyes to meet Kisame, Deidara, Mei, and Ty Lee on the ground cold. Ira and Zahi appeared beside him. You did a good job finishing off the nuisance, Shugo complimented. A split second to you is like it's almost an hour since you happened in Tsukiyomi. But now that it's done and according to plan, that's what Zahi said, Ira interpreted. Indeed. Shugo looked at Zahi. Now that we are not going to bring the princess. We will just leave her here. Why not, Shugo? Ira asked. Because her key is stained for some reason. I only got the cleaner ones from in her. But Shugo placed away his sword. If the soul energy that I stole returned to her, it will imbalance her subconsciousness and ego. I'm afraid she'll crack soon sometime in the future. Drat, it's the runts, Ira spotted. They're coming this way! Then the darkness spotted Aang and Naruto coming closer towards their direction. Shugo's face sparkled with frustration as he picked up Zuko's body. Then let's leave. Shugo dashed as the others followed. They're getting away! Aang said. We can still reach up to them, Aang! Naruto exclaimed. We will stop them! I hope you're right. We can't let them take Zuko! Somewhere in the forest, Neji, Kiba, Gaara, Lee, and Toph were in a hot pursuit of Aang and Naruto's trails. Neji, why do you have to leave the village behind? Kiba asked him. Don't you guys see? The whole invasion was actually a trap. It's a diversion the whole time, Neji answered. You mean all this time? Yes. Naruto and Aang are in trouble. And that's it. That is the end.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. A lot of stabbing people. Glowing eyes.
Morda.
Okay.
Chaos Emeralds.
Let me look at chat. My top impression is surprisingly accurate. Oh, thank you so very much, Celestia Lundenberg. But yeah, we did it. We finally finished Naruto meets Aang. Oh my god, that's the end.
At last,
It's all over, but
Ugh.
the crying.
And now we are free to cry.
Exactly.
Oh my god, chat.
I mean, I know the next line of that song is "and nobody's crying but me," but that's a fucking lie.
Okay, guys. We've been through this for 2 hours and 15 minutes, but how's everyone doing? Mine is short if you want to switch to it. As much as I really want to, Celestial Lundenberg, I think I want to call it here. We have been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it was a painful 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I want to lay down and drink some, and maybe a little later drink some Angry Orchard, but feel free to actually send me the link again to me so I can actually check it out, okay? I will definitely try to give it a try giving it a read as soon as I get the chance or something. Okay, I guess from here we're gonna I think I'll just say we're gonna close the stream. I want to lay down, fellas. I don't know about you, but holy shit. Okay. Who's on today? I think Jay. Jay is actually still streaming. So how about we actually go to him when it comes to the stream? Okay, sure. Why not? Okay.
Oh, hi, Rue. Hello.
Okay, is that right?
Girl.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. What?
You were just raided by 5 people. The
Five
moment you
people
closed
will-
it. 6.
5 people will not be a bad thing, but I guess this is where I'm gonna call it from here. But I'll catch you guys next time, okay?
Smooches.
Alrighty.
See you guys. Until next
Bye.
time.
Bye-bye.